What we have here is another AliExpress knockoff, but is it any good? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna check out MAFEX God of Thunder knockoff that I got from AliExpress. I've had this in my collection for a while, but for some reason I never opened it, and now is a perfect opportunity to do it and review it for you guys here on the channel because, well, you wanted me to do it. But also, last time I checked, this KO is still available on AliExpress, so in case you end up liking what you see, you can get it over my link in the video description. This is Thor as he looks in Avengers Infinity War from back in the day when we still loved MCU. As always, first a quick look at the box. It's practically the same packaging as the original minus Marvel logo. In front we have a window showing the figure and some of included accessories. Beneath that we have few promo shots with Infinity War logo. This guy was number 104 in MAFEX line. Side of the box shows Thor with his lightning effects. On the back we have a better look at that same image plus few more promo shots, soft goods cape, alternate heads. Other side shows another great looking promo shot of the figure, Avengers logo on the top, warnings and legalese at the bottom. But now, let's open up the box and let's check out the figure. Here is Thor KO out of the box, and surprisingly enough he doesn't look bad at all. There are no loose joints and nothing is falling apart. I don't think that there is too much paint on the suit. I'm guessing that most of it is molded in dark grey plastic, but that's fine. Soft goods cape is wired, but it's not the best. It has some issues, but overall, for a knockoff, the figure looks pretty good. As you can see, Thor looks fine, even standing like this in a neutral pose. I've mentioned an issue with the cape, and we can touch on that right away. Namely, material is really nice. It feels good, doesn't feel like a cheap fabric. There are wires on both sides, but the problem is that they are not connected to the figure like they should be. They should go underneath these shoulder pieces, so that they hold the pose. You can still cheat it by tucking the wire under it, and then it will mostly hold. But it would be best to find a way to glue the wire under that piece. That is probably what I will do, because as you can see, my wire poked through the fabric, and I think that that's actually a good thing that will help me to fix this issue. Other than that, I don't see any other major issues here, at least for now. Taking a closer look at the details, here is how the head looks. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's also not the worst. The thing is that even the original MAFEX human faces can be a hit or miss. I often use examples of their Bo-Katan and Luke Skywalker. They did a fantastic job on Bo, but in my opinion, dropped the ball on Luke. I don't have the original version of this Thor, but it could be that even the original doesn't have the best paint job. So for a KO, I would say that this is good enough. The sculpt is kind of soft, and you can see that even the hair is not painted all that well. And then you can even see some scratches, some paint imperfection on the face. But again, it's a KO, so these kind of things are to be expected. Torso also looks good, with all sculpted lines and panels. These rounded pieces are detachable, but we'll get to that in a bit. Belt is a separate floating piece. Arms also look good. They have this scale pattern on them. Gauntlets look nice. They even have these painted silver buckles. Hands are fine, although skin tone is kind of plain, especially on hands and neck. Face has a little bit of redness, but neck and hands look dull. Here is a look at the back of the figure and Thor's butt, and then the legs with sculpted wrinkles, these ridges on the side, and then vertical lines, and the knee pads. Simple boots that have these silver painted clips. All in all, it's a nice looking copy. It's not without flaws, it's still a KO, but it's not bad at all. Let's now take a look at his accessories. He comes with two alternate head sculpts, a standard one and the one where he's missing one eye. And again, keep in mind that this is a KO, and for what it is, I think that the likeness is there. Here is how they both look from the side, and then the back and other side as well. In terms of hands, he comes with one gripping and one relaxed hand on the figure, and then we get another pair of those and one more pair of relaxed hands. But then he actually comes with an alternate upper body. This part of the suit is the same, but as you can see, he has sleeveless arms with nicely sculpted muscles, and the skin tone is actually much better shaded than what we have on hands and the neck. So this also looks good. All the same details are there, and here is the back, and then a closer look at the shading on the arms, then the gauntlets, and alternate fisted hands as well. We also get his larger hammer with few energy effects, and sculpt and paint job on this one is really well done. It's reflective, and even these energy effects are really well done. And then we get a bunch of these other electric effects, and as you can see, they have these circular parts. Those plug into the chest when you remove all the circular parts that are on the figure. So you get that effect of lightning spreading through his body. I almost forgot to mention that he also comes with a copy of a MAFEX stand. Now, to insert those electricity effects, we need to remove these pieces, and interestingly enough, each peg hole is shaped differently so that you'll know how to put those pieces back. And those peg holes also match pegs of each of these electricity effects. Here is how that looks. Honestly, I thought that this will be much harder to do. I thought that it will be fiddly and that the pieces will fall off and won't fit the peg holes, but no, this was actually something that I've done in only a couple of seconds. Here is a close-up shot of those effects, and yeah, this looks really nice. We also get additional 2 effects that go around his wrists, but now let's try to swap out the torso. Well, that popped off with no issues. Well, there is one issue. The peg stayed in this piece and we need that, so we just pull it out. Here we go. Now we need the neck and the head. And there we go. This is our alternate look for this Thor. Here is a closer look, and yeah, not bad at all, especially for a knockoff. Swapping out the hands is no issue at all. These are kind of a softer plastic. We put a gripping hand on like this, and yes, the grip is perfect. The joints are not loose, so yes, this is perfect looking Thor knockoff. Let's now take a look at his articulation. He can look left and right, but this collar will be in the way, so you can't move the head 360. You get a little bit of side-to-side tilt. Thor can look down this much, up this much. He has a nice butterfly joint, but the arms can't go very far across his chest, and this is how far they go across the back. They can't do that at all, but arms rotate 360. They go out this far. We have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, a swivel in the wrist, and a hinge in all directions. We have 2 cuts in the torso, so this is where we'll get our side to side rotation and a nice tilt. He bends forward this much, back this much. He has drop down hips, but legs move out only this much. This is how far they go forwards and back. We have a thigh swivel, knees bend only this much. We have a swivel in the ankles, and feet barely bend forward. This is how far they go back. We have a nice toe joint and a limited ankle pivot. So his legs and feet are really limited. I'm not sure if the original is the same way, but this is what you get on this KO. And I should also point out that all the same movement of the arms that we just saw is the exact same on this piece with sleeved arms. So the same movement, same articulation, bicep swivel, bend in the elbows, everything. So there's that. Let's now compare this guy to some other figures. We're gonna start off with some of my MCU figures. So here on the left we have the original MAFEX Avengers Endgame Thor, and as you can see, this guy is much taller than this MAFEX KO. I assume that this original MAFEX version is probably the same size as this one. But on the other side we have the SH Figuarts Loki, and he is shorter than this KO, so this could still fit. Here is how he scales with SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Cap vs. Cap, Captain America, and SH Figuarts Iron Man Mark 7. And as you can see, they are practically the same size, so I don't know. You guys tell me, do you think that this could work? Here is how he scales with the original MAFEX Classic Suit Spidey and Daredevil. Here he is with Marvel Legends, X-Men 97 Wolverine, and Symbiote Spider-Man. Here he is next to the original SH Figuarts Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Sentinel Peter B. Parker. Here is how he scales with AliExpress knockoff of Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech 2.0 Deadpool and CT Toys Agent Venom. Here he is next to the CT Toys knockoff of MAFEX Brown Suit Wolverine and the Amazing Spider-Man. Here he is with Star Wars The Black Series Darth Vader and Imperial Stormtrooper. And to see how he scales with some larger figures, here he is with Mattel, Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection, Skeletor, and Revelation He-Man. Here he is with NECA TMNT Movie Raphael and Cartoon Leonardo. Here is how he scales with NECA Feral Predator and Savage Crucible Veteris Repax. And finally, here is how he scales with YOLO Park, AMK Pro Series, Optimus and Starscream. So there you go, that was my review of MAFEX Avengers Infinity War Thor knockoff from AliExpress. This is not a bad figure, sculpt and paint are decent, and so are accessories that give you an option to create two looks for this guy. My only issues are wires in the cape, his overall height, and the ankle articulation. His height can especially be an issue if you want to use this Thor with your other MAFEX figures. As you saw, he will probably be fine next to your SHF MCU figures, but again, he will be too short for your MAFEX and Marvel Legends figures. Still, if you can't get the original and you want to have a decent looking MCU Thor in your collection, I would say go grab this guy. It's not an expensive KO, and I think that you'll be satisfied with it. But those are just my thoughts, and now I would love to hear yours. What do you guys think about this MAFEX KO? Do you think that it's good or not? Do you plan on getting it? Let me know all of it down in the comments. Again, if you do plan on getting this figure, you can do so over the link in video description. A huge thank you goes to my Patreon and channel members for supporting my work. If you can also join and help, please do so. Links are in video description. Of course, you guys are helping simply by watching and sharing my videos, so thank you for watching, thank you for being here with me, and I'll see ya in the next video.